Hey guys, and welcome back to the game room. I've got Mike back with me. It's time for another football special, Mike.
Hey guys, hey Dave, how are you doing today, alright?
Doing really well, mate. It's great to have you back in the game room.
Yeah, man, I love being here, mate. And guys, you're in for a treat. Here we go.
It's
Dave.
Pro Evolution Soccer 3, Mike, and Virtua Striker 3 we're playing today,
Awesome.
guys.
Awesome.
So, Mike, PES 3, this is a game that you really loved back in the day.
It's out of this or PES 5, my
Yeah.
favourite PES of all time. The new one's going to be up there in the top 3 as well. But yeah, PES 3, I remember buying this demo disc. Remember they brought the demo disc out like a month before it was released in game for $1.99?
I can, yeah, because I can remember, like yourself, going in and buying one.
Yeah, and it even come with its own little sleeve that works. I thought it'd probably be worth a bit of money today. It'd probably be worth like £2.
Yeah, probably on eBay. Yeah, you're spot on.
But
So
here
here
we
we
go.
are, guys. This is the old Bayern Olympic Stadium, Mike, that you told me earlier on.
with a running track around it.
It is, yep. So we're playing Manchester United versus Arsenal, or Tradbricks versus North London, as it turns out. So with this game, I mean, I don't think we really need to say too much about PES as a series, do we? But this game in particular, you picked as being one of your all-time favourite football games.
Yeah, this game was nectar. But I didn't get on with PES 2 that well.
Did you not?
No, I loved 1. 2, I found it a little bit more frantic, less realistic. They sort of went back to their roots with this one.
With 2, the problem I had with it, Mike, was that it was too clunky and, you know, like we said about some of the other PES games, you get stuck in animations, it's not
Yeah.
responsive enough.
Yeah.
You can't say that so much about this one. This one's miles better.
Yeah, it's still... Well, it's still one of the best football games of all time. You don't hear a lot about PES 3. People seem to talk about PES 5 more, don't they?
They do. It's always about PES 5, isn't it? Never about this one.
No.
People seem to forget. This is actually a change of game engine for Konami from PES 2 to 3.
Yeah.
The engine changed. You could tell it changed because the graphics look different as well as the
Yeah,
gameplay.
that's right. I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember, like yourself, playing that demo non-stop until the full game came out.
Yeah, so why have we got real names for Man United but not... Sorry, real names for Arsenal but not Man United?
We've also got... Well, we've got Itame as number 12. Isn't that Lauren?
Supposed to be Lauren, yeah.
And obviously Van Nistelrooy is Von Misselron because of the Dutch.
Van Misselron.
Because of the Dutch, am I right? Because of the Dutch licence?
Dutch licence, all the Dutch players were fake.
They were. And same as PES 2, but they were called oranges in PES 2.
I'm going to shut your door, Dave, because you've got a cat meowing. Can you hear it?
I can hear him, yeah.
Just shut the door, guys.
Yeah, he's just he is
There we go.
literally shutting the door to the game room.
There
Right.
we go.
So, here we go. We've kicked off here. Arsenal versus Manchester United, or Tradbricks versus North London. So, yeah, the thing is, guys, with this particular game, it's going to take us a lot of time to get back into it, isn't it, Mike?
Well, you've whacked up to the full difficulty as well.
Straight to 5 stars, because there's no point of any other way, is there?
And everyone knows PES in the hardest difficulty is always a challenge, but straight away loving this. Just absolutely loving it. It's like I never left.
Completely agree. Going back to this reminds you of the good old days of Pro Evo as well. And to be fair, they're starting to get back there with 2017, aren't they?
They are, yeah. I mean, I've still got niggles with it, but I had niggles with this. It's still a brilliant game.
It's a fantastic game. Did you play Master League very much on this? Because I remember spending ages on Master League with this.
I spent ages on Master League in every PES I bought. It's the go-to mode, isn't it?
And do you remember those fake players that you had initially? That dodgy squad of players that you had to upgrade?
Yeah, was it Castolo, Menanda?
That's the ones. Jimenez, yeah, Burchett, players like that.
Yeah, they've disappeared now. They've got different ones, haven't they?
They've aged them, hasn't they? And moved them on if they've
Moved them on,
retired.
yeah.
And it's goals! That was close. That was another thing on this game. You could score a decent amount of different types of goals, couldn't you? It wasn't all the same.
You could. That sort of disappeared PES 6 onwards for a while then. All the goals sort of similar.
They were, I remember.
Grass cutters, it was hard to lift the ball.
Yeah.
But this, I mean,
Oh dear.
that was you. I'm controller too.
Yes, that was definitely me with a really terrible challenge there. So yeah, just carrying on with this. So PES 2 you weren't a big fan of. This one you really liked.
Yeah.
What about afterwards with PES 4 and 5?
PES 4 was alright. I bought it. I had spent hours upon hours because it was an edit mode. So I used to make some dodgy kits on it.
Yeah.
PES 5 I loved. PES 6 on the Xbox 360 was the first, at the time, next gen.
Yeah.
But it didn't look next gen, did it? It was
No.
an absolute joke, really, looking back.
They stripped lots of features out too, didn't they? There was a lot of missing features from edit mode and it all felt very scaled back, and as you say, the graphics didn't look next gen. It didn't look like a next gen title.
It was the first PES 6, where Man United were licensed.
Completely agree. I remember that, and Man United and, was it Arsenal was still licensed at a time?
I think so, but no, but going back, yeah, this PES 1, 3 and 5, back in the day, they're the best 3.
ISS Pro Evolution, for me, then PES 3 and then PES 5.
Yeah.
Because ISS Pro Evolution, good God, that game was so good. We've covered that before.
We have, it was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, there's been more good PESs than bad.
There has, spot on, you're absolutely right. Whereas at that time, with this game, was it FIFA 2004 that was out?
Forget FIFA when this was around, forget it. Not even worth turning it on.
That FIFA game was so bad, one day, guys, I do want to show some of those old FIFAs.
Yeah, we've got to. I bought the odd FIFA, but I was a PES fanboy in a way. I would argue with anyone who would debate with me and say FIFA was better, because it was not better. If you enjoyed football, playing football, watching football, or both,
PES was the game.
PES was the video game to go to. If you liked FIFA, you didn't like football.
I completely agree with you. People used to say to me about FIFA being better back then, Mike, and I just used to ignore them because I knew in my own mind FIFA was nowhere compared to Pro Evo in that golden era.
FIFA had the glossy
licenses, presentation.
Yeah, it had the artwork of David Platt on the cover or whoever, which was great. That got boring very quickly. Look at that bit of play there.
That was lovely. That was absolutely lovely. And that's a lovely cross. Out comes David Seaman.
The way the ball hangs in the air there, PES 2017, it still does that on the cross. That's how realistic this looked back then.
Yeah, the ball physics on this game look decent as well. We're talking about a game from well over 10 years ago here as well.
Yeah.
And it still looks decent as well for a PS2 title.
Yeah, it does. It flows beautifully. Guys, if you haven't played this before, pick up a copy. Dave, how much can you get this for?
Oh, pounds, literally a couple of quid nowadays, man. It's so cheap.
Pick this up, get yourself a PlayStation
2, yeah, or
PlayStation
backwards compatible PS3 if you can find one.
And honestly, we turn this on, how much fun will we have in straight away?
You said to me straight away, I like this, Dave. I really like this again. And you're spot on, I was enjoying it just as much.
Because it gives you those moments, those like sort of fist pump nearly moments that you don't get with the FIFA games. Or let's not just give FIFA shit, let's talk about the other ones. You had club football,
oh god,
Codemasters, you had other duffers as well, didn't you? It wasn't just FIFA that was crap.
It wasn't just FIFA. We needed to cover club football, Mike, the Manchester United version with that game. I'm not going to give anything away, but we need to cover it.
We do. I never bought it, I've only played it once.
I did buy it back in the day. I had the misfortune of buying it.
But yeah, we won't cover that in this video. But yeah, so PES was up against them, or they were up against PES. PES was the king.
It was. And This Is Football, also another series, was way more arcadey and basic than this game and FIFA, to be
I
quite
never
honest.
played it. This Is Football.
I've got This Is Football 2005 sitting over there on my shelf, and yeah, I've not played it for ages.
I wouldn't consider anything apart from PES. I was just addicted to this game.
Yeah, likewise. I loved this back in the day. Mass League was tough because you had to play with them. What a pass and what a cross from, well, Giggsy's cross goes out of play.
So good that. Yeah, sorry, what was you saying?
I was addicted to it, mate, and it was so tough with them default players.
The thing with PES as well, I want to play all the modes on it. I want to play Master League. I want to play the World Cup. I want to play the Euros. I want to play all these different modes in it because it's such a good game. You want to get everything out of it that you can, squeeze every last drop.
Yeah, I absolutely, completely agree. So we're coming towards the end of the first half and the end of the PES 3 footage here, Mike. Sum this game up quickly.
Sum this game up with a score. Probably 9.5 out of 10. An absolute beautiful game.
And here we are, guys. We've moved on to Virtua Striker 3. On the Nintendo GameCube, Mike. Did you think we'd be playing on the GameCube today?
I didn't know, and this controller, Dave, is shocking.
Mike's got the controller, the normal controller. I've got the Wavebird, the wireless controller, and it's just as bad. Let's be honest. So yeah, this game. What do you remember about this, or have you not played this version?
I haven't played this version. It was in the arcade, wasn't it, as well?
It was, yeah.
Loved it in the arcade, I've got to say. I mean, this is pure arcadey fun. We've gone from PES, which is slightly more simulated, a bit more realistic. Well,
yeah.
A lot more realistic than this. But this was just pure, unadulterated fun.
It was, completely agree. It's just end-to-end football, hammering buttons and scoring goals.
Yeah, I mean, I can't get past the GameCube controller, though, to play a football game with.
I can't get past the GameCube controller, Mike, to play any game with.
It was such a letdown of a system, wasn't it? The Nintendo GameCube, but that's for another
Exactly.
discussion.
So here we go, man. We've kicked off, and Zola, or I guess that's Zidane, is on the ball.
Yeah.
So this game, as we've both said, is very, very basic in comparison to Pro Evo, in comparison even to FIFA back then. There's no sprint button. There's no change player button. There's just long pass, short pass, shoot.
Essentially 3 buttons and the stick.
Exactly like the arcade.
Oh!
Michael Owen goes into the referee's book. Look at that. But guys, just to give you a quick info on this, I've got real player names because I've edited the England squad. You don't get real player names, as you're going to find with the France team. Oh! What happened there?
What was my keeper doing? Thing is, I think it was Zidane. He just watched the ball. Watch this.
So Barthez kicks it out. Oh yeah.
He just watches it.
He just waits.
Rainbow!
Zidane just watches it, and then Scholes says, thanks very much, and beats his
Member
former...
change.
Member change. What happened there? Control problems?
Don't know. Yes, me. I don't know. I must have pressed something.
But that sound effect as we're pressing the button, it sounds like a steelworks.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
That sounds ridiculous.
Sounds like someone climbing up a metal fence.
And
There we go.
Scholes, no, it's been robbed off him by Vieira, I think. Scholes!
What I will say about this is the reaction times on the passing isn't very good at all.
No, people think there's a button lag in FIFA 17. You should try playing this game. There's
Watch
a lot
watch
of button
this.
lag.
Try and get out my feet. Try and get out my feet. Try
Try
and
and
get out
pass
my
it.
feet.
Yeah, it's a delay. There's a bit of a delay with the pass. You're spot on, man. But yeah, people talk about FIFA 17 having button lag. This is a lot worse.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's the only thing I don't really like about this is that little
That little bit
delay.
of button lag, yeah.
But apart from that, it's really good fun. It looks decent as well visually.
So how does this compare? I know we've only been playing for a couple of seconds. To what you played in the arcades with that giant stick and those buttons.
The arcade version was more responsive.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. The arcade hardware was more powerful as well.
Yeah, it was slicker.
It was.
It was a lot slicker than this, but this looks alright. For a GameCube game, it looks and sounds alright. I mean...
Yeah, it is. This is the last Virtua Striker that was released as well on a home console. We didn't get another one after this. There was another one in the arcade, though. There was a Virtua Striker 4 version 2006.
Was there?
Yeah, now I'd have to get some arcade emulation on the go to try that game out, because it's not obviously been released officially on a console, so I'd have to get the Triforce emulator running to play it.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
How much is this on the GameCube to pick up?
Very cheap, man. This cost me about £2 from a game shop.
Steven,
And his legendary ponytail.
Sorry, how much did this cost you?
About £2 this cost me from
Is
the
it
game
all?
shop. Yeah, it was very,
It's
very
well
cheap.
worth a couple of quid. This is, guys, for a bit of fun. Local co-op with someone.
Yeah, like we've done here. But that's all you can do is local... No, not co-op. It's against each other, isn't it?
Local, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Play with someone, guys. I don't know. What's the CPU like in this?
Yeah, the CPU's quite basic. A bit like it was in the arcades. It just throws everything at you.
It was in the arcade.
It's a tough cookie, this game. It's not easy.
Yeah, there's not much.
Oh.
There's not much in the way of tactics, but that looks good. You know, it looks decent. The shooting's alright.
The shooting is something I do like about this game.
Yeah.
It's really, really enjoyable to let off a shot. Time to check out Leo Sayer, I think, for that one, Mike.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, so what do you think overall of the game in motion? Do you like the look of it?
Yeah, I think it looks really good. Actually, it's aged well. For some reason, I keep. There we go. Member change. It's one of the bumpers, I think.
It is, yeah. And because of how cumbersome the GameCube controller is, it's so easy, isn't it?
My finger keeps catching it. It's really annoying. But yeah, what do I think this game in motion? Well, I think it looks brilliant.
I think it looks good.
What year was this?
2002, I believe, this game was released.
Well, it's 14 years old.
Yeah, for the GameCube.
Which looks really good, doesn't it?
It does. So compared to the Dreamcast version that me and you talked about a few weeks back,
I haven't played that.
you haven't played it, but you saw it.
When I saw it, I don't know. What do you think? I think the Dreamcast version looks a bit...
I like the Dreamcast version, but you can tell we're playing on better hardware here, with Barthez doing a bit of a shimmy. Yeah. So that's the end of the first half. We've also got the second half footage as well, so let's skip. Yeah, I think we need to. Here we go, second half kickoff. Zola's on the ball, and then...
and there's a foul straight away.
Heskey is fouled him, but he's getting a talking to from Desai.
And yeah, I was going to say, it's either Desai or Heskey's brother, but whatever was going to happen, he wasn't going to book him.
He wasn't going to book him, yeah. Read into that whatever you want in terms of why Desai didn't book his French colleague.
Yeah.
But there we go. Oh, robbing the ball. Shoot!
Oh!
What was that all about? But I see what you're saying with passing. It takes a while, doesn't it, for the player to release the pass.
Yeah, this is my first time playing it, so
yeah,
give me a couple of hours of I'd get used to it. But yeah, it all depends on your body shape in this, which is quite ahead of its time as well, for how quick he passes. It is Zidane, I think.
Zidane taking on my whole... Oh, he's got it. Oh, hang on. And I'm crossing it in for you. Rather than just getting rid, but there we go. And, wow, look at this. He's on the attack again. He's really having me here, guys.
Oh.
And David Seaman has kicked it out just as we lose the video signal for a fraction of a second. or more than a fraction of a second. Here it comes, it's back again.
Back, and we're having a wiggle on the corner flag.
It's hilarious. So now I'm trying to counter-attack, and yeah, it's easy to give the ball away on this game.
There's no tactics involved, is there? I mean, there's no sort of fundamental way to play. It's get the ball, get it up the field. I mean, and keep kicking it into touch if you mean, and hit a member change.
Another member change, guys. This is a reflection of how bad the GameCube controller is. I'm being serious. There's going to be people shouting at this video, Mike, that love the Cube and think it's a decent machine.
Nah, I'm not having it, guys. The GameCube was an absolute dog shit.
I've literally got it because of maybe 1 or 2 games.
Yeah, I liked Luigi's Mansion.
That was a launch game.
I liked that, and then Mario Sunshine.
That was also another really, really good title for the
and that
Cube.
was it. That was it for me. I think it was a Resident Evil game on there I liked.
There was the remake and Zero. They also did Zero.
Zero, yeah. But apart from that, but you've still got to use this child's controller. It's like something from Toys R Us.
You mean the Tomy My First Control pad?
Yeah, it's what it looks and feels like. It's absolute dog chod, and it's spoiling my experience with this game because of the system it's on.
I completely agree. I totally agree with you, man. What were they thinking with the GameCube, just quickly? Why did they release that?
They were smoking the funny stuff at the time, I reckon. When they were member change.
Member change.
Yeah, when they were thinking, what should we do next? Because it was after the Nintendo 64, which was a fantastic console.
The 64 was decent. The controller was, again, my bugbear.
I didn't like it. I didn't like that controller. That stick felt like it was going to break.
It did, and they did break.
Yeah.
Inevitably, they did break.
Mine never did. I had friends who was broke. But yeah, they must have just been like, oh, what should we do next, man? We've done the SNES. That was amazing. The 64 was good.
Yeah.
And I just think they thought, oh, we'll smoke some dodgy weed and we'll design something that will resemble a doorstop.
Because in terms of power, the GameCube has actually got a decent amount of power.
Has it?
Yeah, it's not a bad machine in terms of power.
I didn't like the little discs and all that shite either. I just didn't like it.
I don't know why they did that. It was too restrictive. But back to Virtua Striker, Mike, what do you think of Virtua Striker 3?
I think it's fun, pick it up for a couple of games of an afternoon.
Yeah.
But then it would go back in the cupboard for me. It's not...
No.
It hasn't got... Well, it's an arcade game. It's not trying to be anything else.
No, agreed.
There's no depth to it. But it's good fun if you're having a party, you've got some mates over, or...
Yeah.
You know, you're bored, you've got some few hours to kill.
Yeah.
This is great fun.
Yeah, well, if you're not serious about football gaming in general, you'll enjoy this.
Yeah, and if you want to play something with your missus and she's a bit dodgy at football gaming, this is a good place to start, isn't it? Because you've only got the 3 buttons.
Yeah, that's very true.
Learn.
Very, very true. Yeah, a lot easier. They can use the Tomy My First Controller and enjoy the game. So, guys, thanks as ever for watching. Mike, thank you for being with me again today.
Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching, guys.
GameCube sucks.